there's heat between Ghana and Nigeria. You know, at first I thought it was about food. Maybe Ghana jollof versus Nigeria jollof. Then we'll move on. But right now, there's a whole tension on the media just because one man from Nigeria visited Ghana and has been living in Ghana, and now he has an ambition to build a kingdom in Ghana, and Ghanaians are saying no, they can't allow this in their country. You know, watch this video.
Igbo king in Ghana. Have you all seen all the videos trending online about the Igbo king in Ghana? Ghanaians, I want to tell you something. See, that kingdom, we must build it in Ghana. We go take over everything, we go expand, we go bring that Igbo culture to Ghana, we go give an Igbo supremacy. People not just do anything funny because.
So this from one Nigerian blogger who is saying that they are going to build the kingdom in Ghana. What are the Ghanaians saying?
That you come on the platform and you spill nonsense. Who the hell do you people think you are?
Host,
we are ready for you.
Sometimes you guys should be fair. The man said, "What is he going to do in that Ghana? That Ghana, we are envious." Let me tell you guys, Ghanaians are not envious of Nigeria in any way. We don't need anything Nigeria. We are trying to solve issues, but you people keep on as old as he is. He's spilling shit and nonsense.
What kind of jealousy do we have?
Who is jealous of Nigeria?
I will be jealous of you people. That I will go and kill my mother and father to get money.
Let's talk one by one.
According to some Ghanaians, they said they will start attacking any Nigerian they see in Ghana from the 19th of July, which is few weeks from now. Well, what I'm going to say to you guys is, do not start what you can't finish. If Nigerians must leave your country, your government will be the one to tell them to leave. Just like what we did in 1983, when the then Nigerian president, Shehu Shagari, ordered the undocumented immigrants in Nigeria to leave Nigeria. Undocumented immigrants, not just undocumented Ghanaians. Of course, it affected almost 1 million undocumented Ghanaians. We go take over everything, we go expand, we go bring that Igbo culture to Ghana, we go give an Igbo supremacy. People not just do anything funny because if I want fight, we go beat Charlie come up for them one eye. So nothing must happen to our king, nothing must happen to our kingdom in Ghana. Ghana belongs to us.
When you go anywhere, they ask you, say you are from Ghana. Then you say we are.
If both parties decide and accept that we each have flaws and we have to come together to amend it, there's no way we're going to have peace if we are at each other's throats. It's never going to work. Nobody is above anybody when it comes to law.
By land size is so small, why are Nigerians running to Ghana? It's because there's something good in Ghana. That's why they are coming. And we have wholeheartedly received many. When I was in school, I had lots of Nigerian friends in school, in primary school, in secondary school, and all of that.
Political talks. What they've been doing is that they've been fueling the whole situation. They will come to Ghanaians, they will tell Ghanaians, go and fight Igbos. They will go to Igbos, they will tell Igbos, talk about this one, abuse Ghanaians. And we have already agreed.
Most of Nigerians are doing, killing us. See, I think this week, the modern news that we have
let's see the word on alive, Mr.
On alive news that we have heard twice, only just to this week.
Why? If Ghana is small and we are jealous of Nigeria, why do you want to take over? Why do you want to build a community in Ghana? It doesn't work like that. There is no Ghanaian who can go to Nigeria and just boom and make an announcement. I want to build a country, I want to build a community in Nigeria for Akan people or for the Gap people or Bono or Ewe or like, you cannot do that in someone's country. That's prohibited.
Nobody will get up and say they are going to do demonstration without getting a permit.
Of course.
And before we fix the date, then it means that the police has.
Okay, so right now, in case you don't know the whole story, let me just give you a gist of it. There's a man who is from the Igbo tribe in Nigeria, and he has been in Ghana for over 20 years. However, this whole issue is not about the entire Nigeria. It's about the Igbos. But the media is fueling a whole lot, which is actually targeting the entire country as a Nigerian. But the Yorubas or maybe the other tribes are also there. They've not done anything. You understand? So this whole tension, the heat and the argument started just because of this man who is a Nigerian Igbo man. This video was recorded in 2013. 2013. Just listen to what he said.
Igbo has got a very rich culture that must be encouraged. He believes the past and present leaders from Igbo as a nation from the Nigerian state deserves more. The father of all projects on his mind is the establishment of the first Igbo town in Ghana.
Yes, the establishment of the first Igbo town in Ghana.
And of course, the first in the world.
The first in the world. Okay.
If you look around the world, apart from in Virginia, they have Igbo village in Virginia. They created it by putting the antiques, the antiquities of Ndigbo there. You can come there, kind of archive of Ndigbo. But I'm creating Igbo village, which has never happened in the history of the world among the Igbos in the world.
Yes, he said that he's going to create an Igbo village, which has never happened in the history of the world. Why are you going to do that?
As I'm talking to you, I've acquired 50 acres of land, that is 250 plus of land along the Flower Road, that is at Old Ningo area. Along that road, it's right on the road, I acquired 250 plus of land. The reason of acquiring this land is to build Igbo village in Ghana. I call it Amandi Igbo in Ghana. We'll build a village.
So, he's going to build this community or this town or this village he's talking about, which has never happened in the entire history of man. The Igbo town, the Igbo community, the biggest one in Ghana. Already, he said he has acquired 50 acres of land. He has already acquired about 250 plus. He didn't say he's now going to acquire it. He has acquired it. This was recorded in 2013. He has the land already.
Where we're gonna build the palace of Eze Ndigbo there, a huge palace. We'll build.
Listen, he's going to build what? A palace. For that matter, a huge palace. Listen again.
Build the palace of Eze Ndigbo there, a huge palace. We'll build
a huge palace in Ghana. That is what is actually triggering the emotions of Ghanaians. Hey, you are coming to our country to build an entire Igbo community, which has never happened in the history of the world. And as a matter of fact, you are going to build a big palace over there. 50 acres of land.
Igbo town hall there with about 2,000 capacity chairs and 100 rooms guest house. The essence of this guest house is most of the times our governors and our Igbo great leaders do come to Ghana. You know, they always go with their entourage. If they come to Ghana, their entourage will see where they will lodge for free of charge, maybe for a day or two. Most of their visits, it doesn't take more than 48 hours or 24 hours. They stay there free of charge, and they know that, yes, this is what they have benefited from the Igbos living in Ghana. Again, our people that have accommodation problem and all that will come get there at least for 2 or 3 days before they can get a out of the country, or those that come into the country in one way or the other will have accommodation of 100 rooms guest house. We will also, in the palace of the Eze Ndigbo, we also have apartment there for special guests like governors and ministers, and in future I know that we the Igbos will provide president in Nigeria.
Okay, so he's going to bring the president, the ministers into the community. And you know, when you go to the Virginia that you are saying, they don't have a huge palace there. You understand? When you go to any country, as a matter of fact, Ghanaians have communities in almost every country, and Nigerians have communities because of diaspora. Everybody is everywhere. But to go to the extent of building a huge palace and bringing the ministers, you watch to the end.
And I know that the president that will rule Nigeria at time to come must be an Igbo man. And one day, by the special grace of God, he also going to be part of those that are going to lodge at the guest house there in Igbo village. In that Igbo village, my good brother, what I want to do there is we'll create streets there. We'll create streets that will represent the names of the ancient Igbos.
You are going to create streets and put names on it in someone's country with your own authority. Like, I will create streets there and put names on it. Okay.
We'll create the street that will bear the name of Sambakwe Street. Mm-hmm. That's the ex-governor of Imo State. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the first president of Nigeria. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Nzogo. We'll create a street that will bear, of course, the name of my father also, Eze Ndigbo Ghana, and all the great Igbo leaders that they have gone.
Mind you see, he's always talking about Igbo, 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 Igbo. It's not the entire Nigeria. He's projecting Igbo. Yes.
And those are presents. We'll create streets in their name that will represent them in Igbo village in Ghana. And this Igbo village in Ghana, every Igbo man all over the world have right to come there and buy property. Either you want a plot of land or 2 plots of...
Come there and buy property. Like, you were a foreigner in someone's country, and like this Igbo man is saying that me being a foreigner in Ghana, Igbo people from different parts of the world can come and buy land. Like, buy land. From who? You or who?
Land to build your dream house. We're also going to build tall buildings.
Mind you, before we even move on, let me show you the Land Act. Okay, the Land Act. What the Land Act says about giving land to foreigners according to the law. That is according to the Ghana 2020 Act 1036 Section 10. And look at what it says. It said restrictions on acquisition of land ban a non-citizen, someone who is not a citizen. But let's assume he's a citizen of Ghana because he is married to a Ghanaian woman. You understand? And aside that, he can also acquire dual citizenship. Okay, so we can't confirm, but let's assume since he has been in Ghana for over 20 years, it means he may be a citizen of Ghana. Let's just give him that benefit. You understand? Now, let's see what the law says about non-citizens. Aside that, let's read. He said, let's read subsection 3. A freehold interest in or right over any land in Ghana held on the 22nd day of August 1968, but by a person who is not a citizen of Ghana, is deemed to be leasehold interest for a period of 50 years. Leasehold means you don't buy it forever. It's just like we've given it like leasing, a rent for 50 years. So even if you acquire the 50 acres of a land, just like you are saying, maybe in 50 years' time, the owner will still come back for the land. That is why a non-citizen cannot build a kingdom, you understand, or build a community for a long time, like 100 years for the next generation and generation. You can do that. You understand? Let's still give him the benefit that maybe he's going to build the community for only 50 years. Let's just give him that benefit. Now, let's come to the subsection 9, what it says. The restrictions imposed in subsections 1, 2, 3, and 7. Remember, 3 is what we read. You understand? That it can only be leased for a maximum of 50 years to a non-citizen. A non-citizen. Then it said that restrictions imposed in subsections 1, 2, 3, and 7 on the interest that a person who is not a citizen of Ghana may acquire in land shall not. You understand this English? Let me just make it simple. The restrictions that they've imposed on a non-citizen in terms of acquiring a land, that is restrictions. That is what it's talking about. You understand? The restrictions imposed in subsections, let's say 3, on the interest that a person who is not a citizen may acquire inland, that restrictions shall not be affected by marriage of that person to a citizen of Ghana. Even if you are married to a citizen of Ghana, those restrictions are not affected. It's still imposed on you. You understand? So it means that even if you claim that you have acquired the land, you can't have it for more than 50 years. Like you are saying that even to go to the extent of saying that people all over can, Igbos all over can come over and buy them. It's not for you. It's only leasing. You understand? So even if somebody wants to buy, there is a contract, buy from the government. You understand? So you see, he has ambitions. But let's continue.
Buildings of maybe 6th floor or 7th floor, we'll sell them flat by flat. And we will have a single entrance in this Igbo village.
Single entrance. Okay.
When you come in there, you know you're coming into Igbo village in Ghana. From there, Igbos will expand. We will build market there. Igbo market will represent there.
Okay.
Igbo school will be built there. We will create transport section there also. We will create what we call Eze Ndigbo garden. In Igbo language, you call it Mbala Eze Ndigbo. Plant all the trees, all the leaves you can get in Igbo land. Okwa, ube, akubeke, mtoroba, oha, we're gonna also plant yam there. We'll plant.
Okay, so right now, maybe you will say that, oh, building a business in Ghana is okay. Of course, yes. We have Chinese schools there. We have Spanish schools in Ghana. We have French schools in Ghana. We have a lot of businesses. Even Dangote has businesses in Ghana. You understand? Many foreigners are doing business in Ghana. No problem. You understand? But do you know the fear of Ghanaians? The fear of Ghanaians is his ambitions. Ghanaians feel that it is a security threat to them in terms of people trying this, having these ambitions in their country is a security threat. These ambitions are security threat to Ghanaians. They feel in future it's going to cause more harm in terms that when there are a lot of Nigerians over there, they are afraid that, okay, they are going to multiply, and by the time you realize these people are going to give birth and their generations are going to claim that maybe that place is for them. Remember, we all migrate. You understand? Every country, there are people who migrated there to settle. So that is why they are speaking against it. But they are not speaking against the fact that you are doing business. Remember, this King, in some of his posts on Facebook, he claims he is a paramount king of the Igbos in Ghana. Paramount king of the Igbos in Ghana. Whilst in Ghana, even our Chieftaincy Act says the Asantehene and the paramount chiefs. The Asantehene, we only... Come to think of a foreigner becoming a paramount king. The ambitions, you understand? Yes. So after Ghanaians were like, oh no, how can you come to our country to build a kingdom? Even Ghanaians are saying kingdom and all that because he calls himself a king. So it's like more or less like a huge palace, a community. Oh no, blah, blah, blah. You can't do that in our country. Then the spokesperson of the king, who is Ni Amwa Okromansa, came out to issue a public statement. And in the public statement, maybe you later on, you can go and find out. I'm not going to read all, but let me give you what he said. He said that they want to state it clearly that they have not acquired any land anywhere in Ghana. For that matter, they said, we wish to clarify that the plans discussed in that interview never materialized due to a series of issues surrounding the rightful ownership of the land in question. So you said that it hasn't materialized. So how then did you say, you didn't say you are now going to acquire, you said you have acquired. No problem. He said this led to the cancellation of those plans as far back as 2014. And there is currently no plot of land in Ghana that has been embarked for an Igbo village. So it means that he's trying to say that they canceled the whole plan back in 2014. All right, let's watch a video in 2018 of the same man. If you are claiming that the plan did not succeed, let's watch a video in 2018. What the man actually said himself. Watch this video.
Chineke ihe 5 years ndị Igbo bi na Ghana chiri m Eze Ndigbo ha enwekwe ndị eze udo ndị nọ under me nọ different local governments na-eso na-achịkọta ndị Igbo ha ndekwa na Ghana enwere over 2 million Igbos Ghana anyị na-eme ọfụma anyị into trading in Ghana enwekwe other people nọkwa entrepreneurs nọkwa also other Nigerians who want the into banking and different other areas of business life. And I were over 200 something thousand Nigerian students in Ghana and 60% to Igbo. And 100% Nigerians in Ghana, 60% to Igbo. So Igbos in Ghana are doing very well. I am with Igbo village. I need to develop right now in Ghana where we're gonna have a center for the Igbos in Ghana and Igbo all over the world with every right to come and live there. I don't want to Ghana. I am with the Igbo speaking school. And I got every Saturday from 10 to 12. I'm with about 720 students so far. Now I'm at Igbo school in Ghana. So Igbo school, Igbo village, Igbo, Ndigbo bin Ghana on the Jamati Homa. It's up bottom back on Igbo Keja. So Nandes Pusiri Gihona Obi Bonagana, we his resi. And we're going to mime in Ghana and Abia. I hope you make when Kaman Reba Mana Lolom when you're Ghana.
So in case you don't understand the video, let me explain it to you. He said that even right now in Ghana, that was as 2018. In Ghana, we have over 200,000 students who are Nigerians, of which 60% out of it are Igbos. And he is estimating that in the future, they can rate to about 2 million. You understand? And he also stated that right now, they have even started the school, the speaking school, of which on Saturdays, they even start from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. That is what he's saying in the video, 2018. So if the communicator comes to say that in 2014, they did not actually materialize it or it did not become successful, then there's a question mark. I think the authorities or the institutions in Ghana should question them about this because it seems whatever they say is contradicting themselves. It means there is a red flag in all his comments. You understand? If we shouldn't believe the first two videos, why should we believe you now? Like, why should we believe you now? If the first two videos are not correct, what shows that what you are saying now is correct? So this is also one of his interviews. Just listen.
So far, how has your stay been in Ghana, and how do the people of Igbo also relate to Ghanaians here in Ghana?
My stay in Ghana is so powerful. Not just me alone, but every single Nigerian that lives in Ghana, we are comfortable.
You see, Ghana is known to be one of the peaceful country. They allow everybody and they don't speak on such issues. It means that if Ghanaians are talking about this issue, then there is a problem.
In Ghana, because our host nation love Nigerians, and we Nigerians love our host nation, Ghana. So our stay in Ghana has been comfortable, it's been beautiful, it's been relaxing. No insecurity in Ghana. Ghana is so wonderful that you can move from morning to morning in your care.
Now listen.
And looking at you as an Igbo king, that means you stand solely for the people of the Igbo land. Do you allow other tribes from other places like Nigeria and other places right here in Ghana to come to you for assistance just in case they need any?
Yeah, Jesus is the savior of the world, but he started from Israel. So the tribe.
Listen again.
So Jesus is the savior of the world, but he started from Israel. So
if I'm going to relate to it, it means that you are the savior of Nigeria, but you are starting from Igbo. Precisely, you are starting it from the land of Ghana to save Nigeria. Okay.
The tribe that made me to sit where I am today is the Igbo tribe.
Yeah.
But remember that I'm a Nigerian. Igbo is inside Nigeria.
Yeah.
And every Nigerian, every Igbo man will believe so much in ourselves. As soon as you cross the border, you are not seen like Igbo again, like Yoruba again, like Hausa again, but you see like a Nigerian. So the throne of the diaspora Igbo throne in Ghana is protecting Igbos, defending Igbos, projecting Igbos, defending Nigerians, projecting Nigerians, and all tribes in Nigeria. In extension, also support everybody that comes around us, irrespective of the country where you're coming from and the tribe where you're coming from.
So currently, the update is that, about 12 years ago, it was the Ga Traditional Council, which is also a tribe in Ghana, actually installed him as a chief or whatever, you understand? But he always recognized or declared himself as the paramount king. So even recently, the Ga Traditional Council came out to say that they disassociate themselves from him. With all his dealings, whether lands, whatever, they are not part of it. Then the spokesperson also came out to say that, he even went to the extent of saying that they are funny. Let's put all the legal and the illegal stuffs aside and let's talk about the natural aspect or the common sense in this. You understand? I want to state that Ghanaians as a whole are not against Nigerians. No. I have business partners who are Nigerians. I have a lot of friends who are Nigerians. And I have family members who also have friends who are Nigerians. There are more Nigerians living in Ghana legally. You understand? And there are more Nigerians doing business legally in Ghana. However, the red flag here that people are afraid of is that ambition. They feel that you cannot come to my country and tell me you are coming to build a huge palace, a big town, expecting 2 million people, Igbos to come to the country, spread, like building a kingdom in my kingdom. Ghanaians feel is a national or is a security threat to them. And they don't want to entertain that. You understand? It's just common sense. They feel that, okay, you can call yourself a king when you meet the Igbos. You can form an association in your house or maybe somewhere with the Igbos. No problem about that. You understand? But Ghanaians feel that looking at his ambitions, he is overdoing. You understand? And they feel it's going to be a security threat to them. Because they feel that, okay, hey, right now, you are 74,000. Maybe you are going to spread to 80,000, then 1 million, then 2 million, then 3 million. By the time we realize, Nigerians are many. You understand? By the time you realize, you are about half the population of Ghanaians, like 10 million. You understand? Like people are also stating that they are going to take over Ghana and all that. Hey, if you are saying that with those ambitions, it means that they have to take action now. So the youth are now protesting. They are protesting on the media. They are going to protest physically. They are going to do a demonstration. Even some on the 19th, they are planning to do a protest. The protest is not against Nigerians or to attack Nigerians, but the protest is actually to put our government on its toes to speak about the matter. That's what the protest is all about. It's not to attack Nigerians. Never. They're trying to put the government on its toes to call this man for interrogation. You understand? To investigate. Even after investigation, and they find out that everything is okay, he has no records of illegalities or something like that, they should still keep a surveillance on him, or they should still monitor his movements. You understand? Or else, they youth know that, oh, for our government, if we don't do demonstrations, it's just going to be like this. So, guys, this whole tension Nigerians is bringing on the media, talking about a whole lot, relax. You understand? Because I'm afraid the whole issue will be switched from the Igbo king to attacking each other on different issues. Whether you are wrong, whether this is right, whatever. This is the end of the video. Let me know what you think. And in case there's also any updates, I'll bring it up. And I also had a conversation with one Ghanaian also, and I'll be posting that. Make sure you check that one too. It was a whole live stream that we did 1 hour. Yes, because right now it's an issue on board. For me, I don't do trending issues. You understand? You can check my page. This is the first trending issue I'm doing, because as a concerned citizen and as a media personnel I think maybe the thing I can do is to educate people as well on this issue. Okay, let's all calm remain, and if they are going to do demonstration, do it peacefully. No, don't go and attack any Nigerian, or it's not all Nigerians who are doing that. And Nigerians, stop talking like anything that is going to trigger anger of Ghanaians. You understand? Stop talking about that. It's not necessary. I think in 2025, we shouldn't be doing that. You understand? We should use our time to do something very important and settle this one like we are civilized. We shouldn't go back to the oldies where everything they have to use guns and fight. No. Don't do that. If you do that, it means you are still a kid. Okay. See you next time.